This is the Average to Savage podcast with Paul Guarino. Everyone and anyone, athletes, celebs, and much more.
What's up, everybody? I'm back for another episode of the Average Savage podcast. Our special guest today is singer Nikki from Nikki's Wives. Nikki, how's it going?
Good. How are you? I'm so happy to be here.
I'm good. So let's just jump right into it. Can you give us a brief background about yourself before I ask you some follow-up questions?
Yeah. So Nikki's Wives has been a band for 3 years now. We're based out of Nashville, but we all were born and raised in Canada. And I've kind of doing music since I was 8. I started singing, and then I started making my own bands, and I was 10 or 11, these little rock cover bands. And yeah, just ever since then, I've been playing in bands and singing, and that's just kind of been my whole life.
Gotcha. Now, I know you grew up in Toronto, so what's the difference been like living in Toronto and then living in the U.S. now?
Honestly, so Nashville is so nice. The people there are incredibly friendly, so there's not really that big of a difference because it's kind of similar to how Canadians are. Mm-hmm. I like the weather a lot better in Nashville because it's snowing an insane amount right now. So I like that. But
yeah, for sure. I'm in Connecticut right now, so it's cold up here.
Cold there.
So how did you get into singing? I know you kind of touched on it, but what's your passion for singing and music?
My dad was a musician when he was younger, and he had to give it up because he had a young family. So I was really the only kid that took a liking to music. Mm-hmm. And growing up, I never really felt like I was super good at anything. And then I always liked to sing, in the shower or whatever. And then my dad was like, why don't you just try joining a band or do something? And he wanted me to become a musician so badly. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then I ended up loving it. I joined my first band, learned how to play piano, started writing my own songs, and I just totally fell in love with it. It kind of helped me find who I was and where I fit in.
Gotcha. That's awesome. And could you describe what your music is like?
Yeah, so our music is kind of alternative rock. Mm-hmm. I get compared to Paramore a lot and No Doubt. But we kind of do a mix. The three of us have very different writing styles and influences, and it's a really collaborative process when we write. We all contribute equally. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we have a kind of different sound on certain songs. So we have a pretty broad style that we do, but when we play live, we all come from rock backgrounds, so it's a rock show. Yeah. So right now, we actually just put a single out on Friday called Lemonade, and that's a fun rock song. It has a sick 80s guitar solo in it. So
gotcha. And what's the process like writing a song and then recording it?
So we work with our producer as a co-writer and a collaborator. And so one of us will come to the studio and be like, oh, I have this idea, and it's either I come on piano, Dylan comes on guitar, and Nate comes on piano. And then we kind of just play this little stem of an idea for each other. And sometimes we go through 20 different ideas, and then we're like, oh, that one, that's it. And then we'll start working on that. Our producer, Alistair, he'll start making the track in Pro Tools and start building the song from the ground up. So it's kind of cool. At the end of the day, we always have a pre-done sounding song. Most of the tracking and stuff is already done because we do it while we write.
I'm curious, how many songs do you guys actually write and record and then that don't get released?
Oh my God, we are so bad for that. So I think as a whole, we've released 7 songs in the 3 years that we've been together. And we have over 50 completely done and mastered songs.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of musicians and stuff like that. So I think it'd be interesting I don't know if anyone's ever done it, but just release a CD and just be oh, here's our songs that we just thought weren't that good or we just never released. Yeah,
I mean, because you get so precious with it, and you're oh, it has to be the perfect song, it has to be all these things, and then 6 months has passed by and you're damn, we haven't put any music out in a long time. Yeah. So that's kind of what you said is our game plan for this year. So we want to release a song hopefully every month or every couple months.
Yeah, and going back to the process, how do you guys pick which one you're going to release? How many yeses do you have to get?
We kind of run it. So our manager, obviously, he approves it, and then we have just a little circle of people that we're really close with and trust in the industry. And then usually we can narrow it down to 3 songs, and then they kind of help pick all right, this one's the single. But a lot of the times, just like listening to all of them, there's usually like one standout where you're like, all right, like this is the one we want to take to radio right now.
Gotcha. Now, I know you guys are only 3 years in, but has anything happened where you thought like a song wasn't like you didn't think it was going to be a hit and it turned out to be something bigger?
Yeah, actually. So this was a song we wrote and we're featured on, but we're not the main artist. So we were working with this DJ group called Loud Luxury. Mm-hmm. And they're based out of California, but like they're also from Canada. And we were just like messing around one day and we wrote this song called Show Me. And none of us were like super into it. We're like, oh, whatever. Yeah. But then their label, it was Tiesto's label at the time, mm-hmm. Spinnin' Records, they ended up loving it and they put it out and it got has 20 million spins on Spotify or something. Wow. And it blew up Loud Luxury, and their last track just got 500 million on Spotify and stuff. So that was an experience where we all kind of thought the song sucked, and then it ended up blowing up. So
gotcha. That's crazy how things happen. Yeah. Is that the song that Ron Jeremy was in the music video?
Yes, it is.
How did that all come about?
I don't really know how it came about. I mean, you can get Ron Jeremy. Anybody can get Ron Jeremy for $2,500 a day. So, I mean, just putting that out there. But we wanted to do a video that was just funny and lighthearted, and someone had the idea to get Ron Jeremy, and he just showed up and was the funniest guy ever. He was hilarious. At the recording for the video, there was a piano there, and he just sat down and started playing a beautiful Chopin piece, and it was just so weird because it's he's a porn star, right? So you don't expect him to be just a great piano player, but he was.
Wow, that's random. So he was good at playing the piano.
Yeah, no, he was fantastic. It was really weird.
That's crazy. Now the song came out before the music video, right?
Yes.
So did that music video blow the song up even more because Ron Jeremy was it? Did any press catch on to it and be why is Ron Jeremy in the video?
Totally. It helped to make the video go a little bit more viral because it was a little gimmicky. Oh my God, check the video Ron Jeremy's in. So yeah, it was great for the song.
Gotcha. Now going back, how'd you guys get the name Nikki's Wives?
So the name, that's funny. We always get asked about that. It's kind of an inside joke. Nate, who plays drums, actually came up with it. And everyone knows the hardest part about making a band is picking the name out. It sucks. Most band names are terrible. Yeah. So we were kind of just throwing some around, and we realized we spend so much time together. We spend an insane amount of time, just the three of us, that we may as well be married. Yeah. So Nikki's Wives was born because we're basically married.
Gotcha. And what's it like going on tour and seeing different parts of the country?
It's amazing. I mean, getting to travel around. It's great when you have time, when you're on tour and you have 2 days to get to a place and it's only a short drive and you can kind of stop and explore and see things that you've always wanted to see. We did Route 66 and stopped all along in the old historic towns, and you just get to see and meet so many different people on tour. I mean, there's parts of it that suck and are really hard, but for the most part, it's fun.
And where's one place that you want to perform out really bad, and what's been your favorite one so far?
Where do I want to play really bad? I mean, Red Rocks would be pretty sick as a dream venue, but a place that we actually always have a great show in is Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
Omaha knows how to turn up. They know how to bring it. They love music in that town, and we always have such a good show. So I'd say either there or Buffalo, New York. We always have a really good draw there, too.
Wow. Those are two kind of random places, especially Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah. I mean, they're not small cities. Yeah. Omaha is, but that's where you just meet the people that are actually fans of music. Yeah. And everyone there also buys merch too, which is pretty sick for us because in big cities people don't buy anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, what's that like when people recognize you?
We've only ever had it happen a couple times, but it's always really, really weird. You're oh my God, I saw you play the other day, or you're this person, and it's only maybe happened 5 times.
Has anyone ever just looked at you but because they think you're somebody, and then you're what are they looking at?
I can't say I've ever had that happen.
Gotcha. I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Can't wait to be recognized by random people.
Yeah. And what future projects? And I know you said you just dropped a single. So what's your goals of like 2019 too?
So basically, like the main things, we're actually filming 2 music videos this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. So we're doing a video for the song that just came out, Lemonade, and then we're going to be like pretty heavily promoting that. We have a show in Toronto and in London, Ontario, which is the city that I was actually born in April. And then in May, we have a show in Nashville and New York. Mm-hmm. And in between then, just like keeping on writing and recording. I'm in LA right now with everybody and to film these music videos. And we just had a show the other night and attended like a couple of the award shows that are here right now. And so just writing and putting more content out.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I was going to ask that. You said you live in Nashville now, so you guys like perform there like just whenever?
Yeah, we try not to play too much because you can kind of like oversaturate the market. But yeah, every time we played, it's been incredible. We have such good friends there, and they all come out, and it's a really good community.
Yeah, for sure. Isn't it? Yeah, it's like the capital of
Music City.
Yeah, music. Yeah, that's what it is. And what was the inspiration for Lemonade? Why is it called Lemonade?
Lemonade? Yeah, we called it Lemonade because it's as cliche as it sounds. It's a song about like when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We don't say that explicitly in the song, but like that's kind of the thesis of it. And the song is about the first couple of times we came to LA and just how ridiculous it is here and how extreme people are. So it's kind of just about like how people here are super healthy or just like they're always contradicting themselves. Like they say that they only drink all organic and like juices and stuff, but then they're like doing drugs and like getting blackout drunk all the time. So it's just kind of about that.
Gotcha. Well, that's funny because, I keep on hearing, I haven't been to LA yet, but I keep on hearing the same thing from people from like the East Coast that go to the West Coast. They're just like, it's a whole different world.
Oh, totally. I mean, it's awesome and I love being here, but there are definitely some moments where I'm like, where are we right now? Is this real life or is this like a movie set?
You ready for some fun questions?
Yes, hit me with it.
If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One food. I'm gonna have to say chicken.
Just plain chicken?
Chicken and rice. If that's like a meal.
All right, I'll take it. Who's some people or artists or bands that you would want to collaborate with?
I'd love to work with James Blake or this guy Moses Sumney that I'm really into right now. I think it'd be cool, like working with someone with a really interesting like male voice and doing like a duet or something.
Yeah, that sounds cool. What's on your personal playlist?
My personal playlist, a lot of Prince.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, mostly Prince. And then I've been listening to the new James Blake album and always Florence Machine. She's always one. And also the new Bring Me the Horizon. I love that album. That album's sick.
I didn't even know James Blake was still making music, to be honest.
He just put a new record out. It's really cool.
I'll have to check it out. And when you're not making music or anything music, what do you like to do in your free time?
I don't have time to do it very often, but I used to kickbox a lot.
All right.
So whenever I have like some spare time, I try and find like a boxing gym wherever I am and do a little session.
Do you watch boxing?
Yeah. Do I watch boxing? Yeah. No, I always meant to start watching it because like I love the sport, but I don't know why. I think it's because I don't have cable and I'm too lazy to stream. So I mean, I'll watch the big fights, but I'm not as big of a fan as I should be. For
sure. Oh, I appreciate you coming on. And where could the people find you on social media and your music?
Yeah, so they can find us at Nikki's Wives, Nikki, and on Insta, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. And our new single Lemonade is up on like every streaming platform right now.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate the time and good luck in the future.
Thank you so much for having me on. That was fun.